Hey guys, how are you today? Last week we talked about our sick books, taking care of books, how to keep them good and healthy. Today I'm going to show you some of the books we have in the library that are really sick. We don't want our books to be sick, so we're going to look at them, see if we can make them better, talk about how to keep them good and healthy, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about some other things. So, I have a book today. Look at this book. Look at this book. Oh my goodness. Who knows what this part of the book is called right here? That book. What's it called? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. The spine. You're right. The spine holds the book up straight and tall. Just like we have a spine in our back. The book spine holds the book up so it can stand so tall and straight on the shelf and also when you're reading it. But this book, some student was reading it and picked at the spine. Look at this. Oh my goodness, they tore it and tore the front cover right off of the spine of the book. This book is really, really sick. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make this book better to go on the shelf. So, I'm going to have to get a new book because this one is too sick for another student to read. Let's take another look at another sick book that I have. This book, if you were to just glance at it, it looks okay, but if you look really close, do you see how the pages in the book look a little wavy? Let's open this book and examine the inside. Oh no, boys and girls, look what is on the inside of the book. Do you see those black spots? That is mold and mildew. When a book gets wet, it gets moldy and mildewy. And that's not good for you to breathe, boys and girls. And if you notice the pages, they get really, really wavy. And the texture of the texture is the way the page feels. The pages aren't smooth anymore. They're kind of grainy like sandpaper. So when a book gets wet, it develops mold and mildew. The pages get real wrinkly, the texture change, and also the book usually expands. That means the book will get wider as it dries out. So boys and girls, to keep our books good and healthy, please don't let them get wet. So that means don't read them by the swimming pool, don't read them in the bathtub or the shower, don't leave them outside where they could get rained on, and don't read a book while you're drinking juice or water, or don't accidentally leave a water bottle in your book bag where it can spill on your book, because of wet books equal very, very sick books. And unfortunately, once a book gets wet, I can't let you read that. I wouldn't want you breathing in mold and mildew. Oh my goodness, that's not good for you guys. So please keep your books good and dry, and that will keep your books healthy. Now let's take another look at a sick book that I have. Oh, look at the spine of this book. Do you see? The spines of books get damaged so easily. And what usually happens with a book when the spine is damaged is a student finds like a little tiny tear at the top of the spine. And they start peeling and picking at it, and they just peel the spine right off of the book. And that's what happened with this book also. When the spine is like this and the cover starts to come off, I can't fix it. So unfortunately, it makes me sad to say that this book will be sick forever. So please, boys and girls, when you get your books, do not pick and pull at them, because that makes them very, very sick. Now, oh boys and girls, this next book is so sick. I'm going to show you this book and see if you can guess how it got so sick. I'm going to hold it up close. Do you see the corner of that book? Look at that. If you can see really close, let's look. Where can you see it the best at? Maybe right there. Do you see right there? It's little indentions, and right there, it kind of looks like little tiny teeth marks. And if you were to look at this book, look at it. Do you see the back cover? It's totally ripped off. The spine is ripped. There's teeth mark right there and down here. Oh, this book is torn up so terribly bad. What happened to this book is the student took it home and they had a new puppy dog at their house. Their puppy dog thought this book was a play toy. It got this book, got a hold of it, and was just swinging it all over the house, thinking it had found a brand new toy. So boys and girls, if you have animals at your house, keep your books away from them, because we don't want your animals to damage your books. Because do you think I can make this book better? Is it going to be made where I could put it back on the shelf and someone check it out to read? Absolutely not. So make sure you keep your books away from animals. I've got another book here. Let's take a look at it. You just want to look at the cover, at the spine, at the back. I think it looks in pretty good shape. Let's look right there. The pages look okay. Let me examine this book and see what's wrong with it. Still looks good and healthy right there. Let's turn the page and see what happens. Oh my gracious. Boys and girls, look at this. Look at these pages. You are not going to believe what happened to this book. A student who was in kindergarten got a hold of this book. It was their brother's book. That student was learning how to cut with scissors, and they did some practice work on this book. Isn't that terrible? Oh my goodness. Boys and girls, we cannot cut the pages of our books. Is this something I could fix? Absolutely not, because look, some of the pages are missing. They've cut part of the pages off. There is no way this book could make it back to its home on the shelf. So I'm sad to say this book is sick forever. So please, boys and girls, do not cut your books and keep them out of reach of your little brothers or sisters who are practicing with scissors, because they can't practice on your books. What could be wrong with this book? It looks kind of scary. It's called The Ghost Comes Calling. Ooh. Just looks a little scary. It doesn't look too sick to me. Let me examine this book and see if I can figure out what's wrong with it. Does it look okay to you? So far, so good. So far, so good. Now, you may be seeing the words backwards because of the camera, but I think it's still good and healthy. You see anything? Uh-oh. I see the corner of this page right here. It looks like someone may have dog-eared this page. Do you know what it means when you say dog-eared? It means instead of using a bookmark, they folded down the corner of their page when they finished reading it. Boys and girls, don't ever do that, because it leaves a permanent crease in the book and it makes it sick. I can fold it up where you could still read it, but it still leaves a permanent, I guess like you would say, a scar in the book. Let's keep on flipping through and see if there's anything else. I see a couple more dog-eared pages, but I think that's okay. Let's see. Why is this book in the hospital then? Ooh, do you see that? And can you see on the camera? It's kind of shiny. You're not gonna believe this. A little girl, she was playing in her mama's makeup. She got her lipstick. And look what she did in her book. Does lipstick go on the pages of your book? Absolutely not. Lipstick goes on your lips, not your book. So boys and girls, don't ever do that. Don't ever draw or write or color in your book with anything, including lipstick. So keep your books good and healthy, because you can't use makeup remover to take this off. It would make the book sick too. So gotta keep our books good and healthy. No writing, drawing, coloring, or using makeup inside your books. I've got one more sick book today that I want to show you that's in our hospital. This little book. Oh my goodness, look how cute this book looks. Look at that little bear. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a touch and feel book. And his sweater is so soft and furry. Oh my gosh. But if I were to just look at this book, does it look sick? No, not at all. So let's open the book and examine the inside and see if it's sick. Does it look sick? The little bear looks sad, but the book doesn't look sick. Let's take a look at a couple of other pages. Still not seeing anything, are you? All right, keep an eye out, because we're examining this book. There's the sad little bear. He just looks sad, not sick. All right. Oh my gracious. Now, let me hold this page up close to you. Do you see it? Look at Mama back there. She's about to clean the house. But look what someone did to Mama. Oh my gracious, do you see that mustache that someone drew on Mama's lip? Boys and girls, I just told you never, ever, ever write in books. But some student, check this book out, tried to be silly, and he drew mustaches on Mama. Look at Mama right there. She's washing the bear, and she's peeping in on him to see if he's getting good and clean, and oh my goodness, she's got a mustache drawn on her face. That is terrible, boys and girls. You do not ever write in your books. There's another picture. Mama's hanging the bear on the clothesline. She's got a clothespin in her mouth trying to get that bear up there so he can dry off. But look on her lip. Someone drew a mustache. Oh, boys and girls, that's terrible. Let's take a couple of other looks in this book. This page looks okay. But there's Mama again. Another mustache drawn on her lip. Goodness gracious. Let's take a look. Oh, there is brother and sister. This is terrible. Boys and girls, please don't ever write or draw on your books because it makes them very, very sick. This was drawn on with permanent marker, and I can't erase permanent marker out of a book. So boys and girls, please help me keep your books healthy. Don't draw in them, don't write in them, don't put makeup on them, don't color in them, don't pick at little pieces of them. Don't let them get wet. Take good care of your books because we want healthy books here in our library. Now, boys and girls, speaking of keeping your books good and healthy, I kind of feel like that goes along with a word that I think is super important, and that's called kindness. When you're taking good care of your books, you're being kind to your books. And kindness is something that is so important, and it's something that you should do and show every single day. Now, boys and girls, I hope you're kind to each other. I hope you're kind to your parents, your brothers, your grandparents, your teachers when you come back to school or online. You've got to be kind because it is so, so important. And being kind to the books is also important. So I thought, since we were talking about keeping our books good and healthy, it has to go along with kindness. So today, we are going to listen to a story about kindness, and I hope you enjoy it.
Be Kind by Pat Zietlow Miller, illustrated by Jen Hill. Tanisha spilled grape juice yesterday, all over her new dress. Everyone laughed. I almost did too. But Mom always tells me to be kind, so I tried. I don't think it worked. I said, "Purple is my favorite color." I thought Tanisha would smile, but she ran into the hall instead. When she came back, snack time was over. She put on her art smock and didn't look at anyone. I almost told Tanisha that art was my favorite class, but I didn't want her to leave again. So I painted purple splotches and added some green until I had a bunch of beautiful violets. While I painted, I thought about Tanisha. Should I have handed her my napkin? Let her borrow my sweatshirt? Spilled my juice so everyone stared at me instead? What does it mean to be kind anyway? Maybe it's giving. Making cookies for Mr. Rinaldi, who lives alone. Letting someone with smaller feet have my too tight shoes. He might win races in them too. Maybe it's helping. Putting dirty dishes in the sink. Cleaning up after Otis, our class guinea pig. He's a messy eater. Maybe it's paying attention, telling Desmond I like his blue boots. Asking the new girl to be my partner. Listening to Aunt Franny's stories, even the ones I've heard before. Being kind should be easy, like throwing away a wrapper, or recycling a bottle, or saying, "Thank you, bless you." My mom says the quickest way to be kind is to use people's names. Hey, Kayla. What's new, Omar? Good afternoon, Rabbi Mandelbaum. Being kind can be hard too, even when you know what to do. Teaching someone something I'm good at is tricky, even when I'm patient. And sticking up for someone when other kids aren't kind is really hard and really scary. Maybe I can't solve Tanasha's grape juice problem. Maybe all I can do is sit by her in art class and paint this picture for her, because I know she likes purple too. Maybe I can only do small things, but my small things might join small things other people do. And together, they could grow into something big. Something really big. So big that all our kindnesses spill out of our school, spread throughout town, travel across the country, and go all the way around the world. Right back to Tanasha and me, so we can be kind again and again. And again.